Hello, my friends. Welcome back to the Daily English Boost podcast. I am Tom, and today I want to help you discover your real English level in a way that feels friendly, motivating, and completely practical. No big test, no teacher, no stress. Just your ears, your attention, and my voice guiding you step by step. We will listen together, we will reflect together, and by the end, you will know where you are on the path from beginner to expert. And do not worry, this is not a race. This is a journey, and every step counts. So take a deep breath with me now, relax your shoulders, and let your English confidence grow. Here is how today will work. I will explain the levels simply and clearly, and I will share short stories and guided prompts written for each level from A1 to C2. While you listen, notice how you feel. If one story feels easy and the next one feels difficult, perfect. That is how you find your level. I will also invite you to repeat simple lines out loud and answer a few natural questions, just like a real conversation. Remember, your goal is not perfection. Your goal is clarity, confidence, and progress. Ready to begin? Let us go. First, a one beginner. At this level, English is simple and clear. Sentences are short. Words are common and easy. Listen closely and notice how your mind responds. Here is a short story. My name is Anna. I am 26 years old. I live with my parents and our small dog Max. I like my dog very much. We live in a small house with 3 rooms, a living room, a kitchen, and a bedroom. Our house is clean and quiet. There is a park near the house. In the evening, I go to the park and walk with my dog. He runs and plays. I sit on a bench and watch him. The park is green and beautiful. Every morning I wake up at 7. I eat breakfast in the kitchen and drink tea. After breakfast, I brush my teeth and go to work. I work in a small shop near my home, so I walk to work. It takes 10 minutes. In the shop, I sell food and drinks. I help customers, take money, and give change. My boss is kind. At 12, I eat lunch. At 5, I finish work and go home. I cook dinner for my parents and we eat together. We talk and laugh. After dinner, I wash the dishes. In the evening, I watch TV or listen to music. Sometimes, I read a small book. At 10, I go to bed. My dog sleeps next to me. Before sleep, I think about my day. My life is simple, but I am happy. Now, pause with me and ask yourself gently, did that feel easy? Could you follow almost every sentence? If yes, that means your English is at least A1. Say this out loud with me. I can understand simple English. I am growing. Great work. Now we move to A2 Elementary, where sentences get a little longer and the ideas connect more. Listen to this story and notice if it still feels comfortable. My name is Mark, and I live in a small apartment near the city. It is not big, but it is comfortable for me. I have a small kitchen, a bedroom, and a living room. And from my window, I can see a park with tall trees. In the morning, I often hear birds singing. I work in an office, not far from home, and I usually walk to work because it takes only 10 minutes. When the weather is bad, I take the bus. I start at 8:30 and finish at 5. I answer phone calls, send emails, and help my manager with small tasks. My colleagues are friendly and we often talk during lunch. We go to a small cafe, sit near the window, and talk about our families or our weekend plans. After work, I do not go home right away. I usually go to the gym for 1 hour. I exercise and listen to music on my phone. When I finish, I feel tired but good because exercise helps me relax after a long day. Around 7, I go home, take a shower, change my clothes, and cook something simple. Sometimes I eat while watching a favorite show. On weekends, my routine is different. I meet friends, drink coffee, walk around, and sometimes watch a movie. If the weather is nice, we sit in the park and talk for hours. Now, check in. Did that feel fine to understand? If yes, say with me, I understand connected sentences. I am at least A2. Beautiful. Let us climb to B1 intermediate. At this level, ideas are fuller, details are richer, and you follow the message through longer paragraphs. Listen to this story. My name is Liam and I work as a computer technician. I fix laptops, install new programs, and help people when their devices stop working. I have done this job for almost 6 years, and I still enjoy it. What I like most is that it feels like solving puzzles. Every problem is different, and finding the right solution is satisfying. I start work at 8. When I arrive, I make coffee and check the list of repairs. Some problems take a few minutes, like a stuck keyboard or a slow system, but others take hours. It can be frustrating. But when I finally fix something, I feel proud. My colleagues are supportive. We often help each other with difficult cases. For me, teamwork is one of the most important parts of any job because you learn from people who think differently. After work, I clear my head by walking to a nearby park. Sometimes I listen to music. Sometimes I enjoy the quiet. At home, I cook dinner and watch something online, usually a documentary in English. In the evening, I study online because I want to open my own business in the future. It is a lot of work, but I believe it is worth it. On weekends, I relax, meet friends, or go hiking. If you followed that story and felt comfortable with the flow, your English is at least B1. Say out loud, I can follow longer ideas. I am B1 or higher. Excellent. Now we move to B2 upper intermediate. Here, language becomes more natural and expressive. You will hear comparisons, reflections, and nuanced feelings. Listen to this story. My name is Nina, and I am a freelance graphic designer. I used to work in a big company. The job was safe, the people were kind, and the salary was good. But over time, everything felt the same. Same office, same projects, same conversations. I stopped growing. I wanted freedom, creativity, and control over my time. So I left my job and decided to work for myself. That first year was hard. I woke up early and searched for clients online. Some days nobody replied. Other days, someone offered very low pay. I learned new skills, built a portfolio website, and joined free design webinars. I also learned that freelancing is not only about talent, it is about communication, organization, and trust. Slowly, work began to come in. People liked my designs and recommended me to friends. Now, I work from my living room with sunlight and plants all around me. I make coffee, check emails, list my tasks, and then focus. I take short breaks to stretch or drink tea. Sometimes, I work from a cafe to feel less alone. I love the freedom to choose my projects and build my schedule around my energy. Of course, it is not always easy. The money can change from month to month, and working alone means there is no one to give quick feedback. But I have learned to save for slow periods, to ask better questions, and to listen carefully to clients instead of taking criticism personally. In the evenings, I close my laptop and disconnect. I cook, I walk, or I draw, just for fun to remember why I love creating. Looking back, the risk was worth it. I am more patient, more confident, and more myself. If that felt natural and clear, your English is at least B2. Say with me now, I understand natural speech. I can handle nuance. Very good. Now we step into C1 Advanced. At this level, you will hear deeper reflections about leadership, teamwork, and life. The language carries subtle meaning and a steady rhythm. Listen closely. My name is David, and I work as a project manager at a technology company. I have learned that managing people is often more complex than managing projects. Projects have clear timelines and budgets. People have emotions, ideas, and different ways of seeing the same situation. A typical day starts early. I like the quiet hour before the office wakes up. I make coffee, review updates, and try to see potential problems before they appear. When the team arrives, my role is to connect people and remove obstacles. My job is not to be the smartest person in the room. It is to create a space where the best ideas can appear. I used to think a leader needs to have every answer. Now, I believe real leadership is listening first. Many problems are not about skill, they are about misunderstanding. If you help people feel heard, they often find their own solutions. Trust is the foundation. It is earned by being fair, clear, and consistent. We speak openly when things go wrong, and we celebrate when things go right. Not everything goes as planned, of course. Sometimes a deadline moves or a client changes their mind. In those moments, I try to stay calm. Pressure makes people panic, and panic makes mistakes worse. One time, 2 days before a product release, our system crashed in testing. Everyone was exhausted and anxious. Instead of pushing harder, we took a short break and cleared our heads. An hour later, a developer found the bug in 10 minutes. That moment taught me that progress sometimes appears when you pause. After long days, I look for quiet, cooking, walking, and reading help me reset. I am interested in biographies and psychology because they help me understand people, including myself. The more I learn, the more I realize growth is not about control, it is about connection. When you listen and support people, the whole team becomes stronger. If that story felt easy to follow and emotionally clear, your English is C1 or near it. Say, I can follow complex ideas. I am C1 or higher. Excellent. Now we stretch into C2 expert. Here, language sounds effortless and expressive. Ideas are delicate and deep, and meaning lives in the rhythm as much as in the words. Listen gently. My name is Ellen, and over the years I have learned that the hardest part of life is not choosing a path, but understanding what your choices mean. When we are young, we walk through doors, always searching for the next better version of ourselves. We move from city to city, job to job, dream to dream. Later, we see that every decision carries gain and loss. Something found, something left. For a long time, I chased progress without direction. I told myself I was moving forward, but I was running from stillness. Stillness felt like a mirror I did not want to face. Now, I try to live differently. My mornings are slow. I make coffee, open the window, and watch the light spread across the floor. That quiet moment is the most honest part of my day. I listen to the world and to myself. I used to think meaning came from action. Now, I know it grows from reflection. My work is the same on paper, but it feels gentler in my hands. I try to find the human part inside the system, the way people feel seen, the way they begin to trust themselves again. Outside of work, I write, not for an audience, for awareness. Writing shows me where my thoughts begin and where they refuse to end. Some days I write about the past to learn, some days about the future to accept uncertainty. Lately, I think of time not as something that passes, but as something we move through. A single present moment can be wider than a full day of rushing. I used to think growth was addition more goals, more recognition, more noise. Now I believe growth is subtraction knowing what to release so what matters can remain. Perhaps freedom is not doing everything, but not needing to. Peace is not at the end of the path. It walks beside us when we notice the warmth of light on the floor and remember that this moment is already enough. If that felt natural and effortless to follow, your English is near C2. But remember, even at expert level, learning continues. Now, let us practice together in a simple, guided way, because the best test of your level is not only listening, but speaking. I will ask a few questions at different levels. Answer honestly and clearly. Speak out loud. Ready? Beginner style. What time do you wake up? Say one sentence now. Good. Elementary style. What do you usually do after work or school? Say two short sentences. Nice. Intermediate style. Tell me one challenge you faced recently and how you solved it. Say 3 or 4 sentences with a clear beginning, middle, and end. Great. Upper intermediate style. What is one risk you took that changed you? Explain the situation, the difficulty, and the result. Use natural expressions. Excellent. Advanced style. What does good leadership mean to you? Connect ideas and give one example from your life. Very good. Expert style. What is one idea about time, meaning, or growth that guides your choices? Express a feeling and an insight with gentle rhythm. Beautiful work, my friend. You just spoke across levels. Now reflect. Which question felt easy? Which one felt challenging? That is your level today. And your level tomorrow can be higher if you want it to be. Before we close, let me give you a simple plan to keep growing. If A1 and A2 felt right, listen to slow stories daily and repeat simple sentences. If B1 felt right, follow longer talks and summarize what you heard in 3 to 5 sentences. If B2 felt right, read articles on topics you love and explain your opinion out loud. If C1 felt right, watch interviews and practice telling a story with details and feelings. If C2 felt right, dive into essays and podcasts that explore philosophy and psychology and practice expressing subtle ideas with calm confidence. No matter your level, do 3 things every day. Listen a little, speak out loud, and write a few lines. Small actions done consistently change everything. I am proud of you for showing up today, for listening fully, and for speaking bravely. Thank you for spending this time with me on the Daily English Boost podcast. If you enjoyed this, if it helped you understand your level and feel more confident, I would love for you to follow and subscribe to the Daily English Boost podcast so you never miss an episode. Your support helps this community grow, and it helps me bring you more guided practice, more clear stories, and more moments of confidence. Until next time, keep listening, keep speaking, keep growing. You are doing great, and I am cheering for you.